wrestling fans, to another review right here on Smacked Up Wrestling. Now, we're going to go over what happened with the positives and negatives of the Royal Rumble, because we never exactly got to finish the show because of YouTube. Fair enough. But we tried something new and it didn't work. But we did have a good Royal Rumble. But I'm going to go through the positive and negatives and touch upon Raw as well, because Raw had things going ahead for Elimination Chamber. There's a lot of people not happy with the final outcome of the final match of Raw, but I think it could be a storyline worth looking into. So we'll get to Raw after we go through the Royal Rumble. Now, the positives of the Royal Rumble. The winners of the men's and females Royal Rumbles was correct in my opinion. Having Shinsuke Nakamura win it to face AJ Styles is by far, I'm going to use the term, phenomenal to go to WrestleMania for that title. I think that's going to be a spectacular match to watch. If anybody's seen any other stuff from New Japan, you know what you're in for. Having Asuka win the female Rumble was perfect as well. Other things with that Royal Rumble as well, you could take the championship match for the WWE title. Great success as well. It was a great match to watch. Very fun. Same with the tag titles. Everything SmackDown done in regards of their talent and storytelling was spot on. Perfect. Then the last positive. Ronda Rousey debuting. Now, to get Ronda Rousey in WWE is massive. A lot of people's not looking at it like that. She shot mainstream attention to the product on Sunday night. And coming out with a theme song from UFC, even having our own stuff already as a nod to the greatness of Roddy Piper is fantastic. Even Roddy Piper's son flying from Las Vegas to give her his jacket to debut in is fantastic. If you're a fan of Roddy Piper like I am, and you get to see that, where she was a fan growing up with wrestling, that was her idol, and then it still keeps going, is brilliant. Now let's look at the negatives of the Royal Rumble. Raw storyline wise, the tag team match was abysmal. Now it turns out that Jason Jordan was working with an injury. He's picked up a back injury, hence the reason why they done the angle with the concussion. So it made sense for them to drop the titles, but when you were watching the match, it was very shit, to say the least. The men's Universal title can take a running jump for all I care now. It makes no sense anymore. Brock Lesnar's, in my opinion, is phoning it in. It just wasn't a good match to watch. And I think it'll be like that till WrestleMania, unfortunately for us. The negative, Ronda Rousey's debut. Now, I said on the review of the 25th anniversary of Raw, that should have been the debut. People are saying it should have been last night. I think if you're going to have the big Raw, 25 years of Raw, it should have been last week. And at least in Asuka's victory and the two champions standing with her would have been a perfect send-off. That's the only negative I see to that, and I agree with people with that. A lot of people are not seeing it the way that you can see with the business side. And like with Ronda Rousey going in at that section, boom, everybody paid attention, trending worldwide on Twitter. But I can certainly see where they're coming from. But all in all, this was a great Royal Rumble. Now, regarding Ronda Rousey and where does she go, instantly everybody's saying, title shot, title shot. It has to be against Charlotte. Charlotte being the most capable person to be in the ring with her. But there's reports coming in, they're actually talking about a mixed tag between Ronda Rousey, a partner of her choosing, against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Which I think would be not bad as well. at WrestleMania. So we just have to see what way this is going to go. Now on to Raw, the night after the Royal Rumble. New setup, Jonathan Coachman's back, which I actually really dig, being in the commentary section. Obviously they're getting things in place for the Elimination Chamber. We have Braun Strowman now in it. We have the Elias, Walk with Elias, which I'm starting to now get totally on board with. And of course, John Cena, which a lot of fans took to Twitter and other Facebook pages in anger with his golden shovel against Finn Balor. Now, either way you look at this one, it's strange. I'm hoping, come WrestleMania time, let's have a Finn Balor John Cena match. Finn, the only way I can see him getting anywhere near that title picture, he has to go through The Miz. And that's me being honest. Go through The Miz, go through Roman Reigns, and that's when you're going to get to that title. Soon as Brock Lesnar's contract's up, you're looking at Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, John Cena, even Seth Rollins, as like they're the top guys with that belt. So it's going to be fascinating to see how they're going to implement the story. I don't think it's over with John Cena and Finn Balor, but a lot of people did take a lot of disgust to John Cena's golden shovel. Now we also had a great match with Sasha and Asuka. Sasha's been on a bit of a ropey end just now. A lot of fans are really not happy with her, let's just say, her opinion of herself, me being one. I don't think she's the greatest. I think she's a good wrestler, but she's nowhere near the greatest. And Sasha needs brought back down to earth to certain degrees. She needs to remember we're all in it together. By all means, always make sure you're going to try and go for yourself. Be above the rest. Go out on a limb. Do something extraordinary. Sasha just forgets that little time and nearly injures herself with a suicide dive, which is kind of a habit with Sasha. I mean, there's a lot of people who say if she's not injuring herself, she's injuring somebody else, or even retiring them. So Sasha has a long way to go, I think, before you see her back in a title picture, before she can even, in a sense, be trusted to run with the title. But it's just speculation in that part to see where that's going to go. Apart from that, we had a good Raw. It was a good Raw. It wasn't, I'd say, like an amazing Raw usually after the Royal Rumble, where you're looking for things to see where it's slot in going forward. I think they're doing it right. So it'll be interesting to see in SmackDown how we're going to see the AJ Styles Nakamura situation unfold, because we had a bit of Twitter spat between them yesterday. I can't wait for WrestleMania. The road of WrestleMania begins. Be sure to tune in for the Smacked Up review tomorrow. And I hope you've had a good wrestling weekend. See you after.